Time now for our first midday forum, and joining us is financial expert Brett Schunkwiler. And today we're going to be talking about preparing for marriage, and maybe even if you're already married, when it comes to finances, not the cost of the ceremony, but what do we do with potential debt, and how do we file taxes and do all that types of things?
Yeah, so today we're talking about remarriages, and right now getting married, about 40% of the marriages going on are remarriages. So people have big questions, and they're like, okay, well now we're blending two families together. What do we do with our finances? You know, how do our goals look? What type of debt do we have? How do we need to get that paid down? Who's our beneficiary? So there's a lot of questions, and people need to know what to do. So, you know, one of the big questions is, do we pool our money together or do we not pool our money together? So I've seen it both ways, and I've actually seen, you know, couples that aren't remarried and just their first marriage, and that they do everything separate. So there's no real right answer. It's just whatever works for you.
Sure.
There have been studies to say that people that do merge their money together have stayed together longer. But it doesn't mean that it can't work, because I've seen, you know, very happy marriages either way.
Now, when it comes to like taxes, is there a benefit to keep it separate, or just personal preference and there's no?
Well, I wouldn't say personal preference. I would definitely talk to somebody that's a tax advisor to look there. I mean, you also want to get, when you're blending two families, you want to say, should we have a will done, or do we need to talk to a estate planning attorney?
Okay.
And then the other things you got to worry about is saving for retirement. You know, you need to ask the other individual, how much do you have for your retirement? You need to have a big open conversation. Say, how much do you have? How much do you plan on saving? What debt do you have? How do we plan on handling that debt? And it might be, all right, well, one person handles all the debt, the other person saves, or they can figure it out. If you want to go to my website, schunkwilerfinancial.com, we have a debt repayment calculator. Okay. I kind of call it the spouse factor. I had a couple clients in the other day, and you know, the husband had been telling the wife for years and years and years, well, do this, pay this debt, pay this debt. And then he's like, well, you talk to her and it makes all the sense in the world. I'm like, yes, you know. So meeting with a third party, you know, professional or a financial advisor like myself, being more than happy to look at your stuff and see what makes the most sense for that couple in that situation.
And definitely makes the situation a little bit easier too, where it's not, hey honey, what are we doing about this, this, and this, especially when it comes to things like a will.
To have a non-biased third party look at it and see what they can't do to help you out, to, you know, because it's not just about accumulating for retirement. It's also about how can we get your debt paid down faster, because there might be some tax benefits with certain debt compared to other ones to put you in a better spot, so then you can save more.
There you go. Definitely some good advice and something to think about. Thank you, Brett. And we'll be right back. You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News Midday.